Hello everyone and welcome back to Susa Plays. It's time to play GeoGuessr again. Time limit and this is the challenge seed which you will find in the video description so you can play along and probably do better than I will. And I start now. Alright, we start off in... Ooh, lots and lots of sheep. And looks like we're driving on the left as well. So we could be in Australia, or in Britain, or in New Zealand. Let's see if we can figure out which one. Washout bridge. One lane bridge. Well, that's behind us. So let's try to get up this way. We already saw that we were driving on the left. 50 meters in car park. Does this say anything? If so, it can't be read. Giant Tipaki sand dunes. I don't think there's any giant sand dunes in Britain. Also, this sign looks sort of like the ones we've seen in Australia, but I don't want to rule out New Zealand yet. Tipaki Stream, 90-mile beach. Giant Tipaki sand dunes. Should we go there? Well, the Google car doesn't want to go there. So let's go this way instead. Lots of hills. Doesn't really help in guessing where we are. Does this sign say anything? 65, okay. Guess that's the speed limit. Same here. Maybe the road is number 65. No. Probably has something to do with the turns. 65 and then there's a sharp turn. Alright, so we're on a ridge here. We have some view towards the sides. Lots of sheep all around. But no real landmarks to tell us where we are. You can see pretty far though. Spaceships for travelers adventurers. Alright. We're going to space. They are. We're not. We are staying on Earth. At least I have not yet had any locations that were not on Earth. $65. No, that's just the turn. Okay, well, I'm gonna put the marker down for now. Where do they have lots of sheep? Is it New South Wales, Queensland, Northern Territory, Western Australia, or South Australia? Or New Zealand? This looks more like Australia than New Zealand, but I've been wrong before. I'm gonna put us down in maybe Victoria. New South Wales. Let's put us down on this road. I have a feeling I'm choosing the same road every time when I'm just putting the marker down anywhere. Okay. No landmarks. There's a narrow bridge. One lane bridge. Another one. Not really getting anywhere. Seems like. And we're out of time. Okay, this time it was New Zealand. The very north of New Zealand, actually. You'd think there would be some indication. There's the giant Tepaki sand dunes. But yeah, I thought it looked more like Australia. We didn't have any bad cameras, so maybe I should have stayed in New Zealand. Or not stayed. Actually, we got some points even though we were at the wrong place. Now this, of course, this is North America. We're driving on the right and we have poor camera. So immediately I'm going to put us in North Carolina maybe. And then we're going to have a look around. I see some mountains over there. So maybe we move from North Carolina to Wyoming, Nebraska. Let's say this is Nebraska. Then let's hope we can find a road that won't turn us around. Apparently, we really want to look at that wall. Yes, really want to look at that side of the road there. There's no point in trying to read any signs in this camera quality. Oh, there we go. Suddenly, better camera. I don't know which way I was driving. Maybe we were on this road? Okay. So let's not go on that road then. Let's go on this road. Unfortunately, I would have liked to read these signs, but... or these ones. Could we actually get that far back? Please? Augusta, 2 kilometers, and Romney, 11. Winchester and Pawpaw, 50 east to Winchester. Winchester. Now, this is where you'd like to know where Winchester is. And 50. Now, I think I've seen Winchester sometimes when I've scrolled through the US looking for other things. Of course, I can't remember where. It's not large enough to be on this size, apparently. Oops, it's not in the Atlantic. Let's zoom in a little bit. You'd think Winchester was on the east coast, because there are Winchesters in Britain as well, and well, they named their cities after the old homelands, of course. Wisconsin Dells. It's actually in Wisconsin. Okay, well, I don't see a Winchester. Maybe if we zoom in further. There's Clinton. And Quincy. Memphis. Maybe we can find Pawpaw instead. I saw Alberta, by the way, which I think is in Texas, but I don't think it was the same one. This doesn't look like Texas. Maybe I should just look for road number 50 instead. But I need to know what state we're in first. I thought I would be able to find Winchester. Well, are we in Nebraska? Gothenburg. That's interesting. I'll have to remember that. South Dakota. And then let's look for Winchester and Paw Paw. Alright, we were looking in the right place, but our guess was in the wrong place. There's Winchester. Right, it's near Washington. I knew I'd seen it. Probably looked around like on this side sometime. Harrisonburg. I passed by there. I was looking at this size, of course. One in would have found us Winchester. And Romney and Gore, all your politicians. There's Paw Paw. I'm not sure what party Paw Paw the politician is. Okay, well, that was pretty poor. I should have been able to do better there. What state were we in? We were in West Virginia, alright. But very close to Maryland? Does Maryland sort of go around West Virginia? Why did they have... does Maryland have like an outcrop here? Or why does West Virginia have a large part that goes straight in here? I mean, many of the borders are just straight lines, but how come some of them are sort of follow mountain ranges, I suppose? And then here we have another state. This is Virginia, and this is West Virginia. And then we have Maryland, which sort of has a very thin part up here. Weird. Well, I'm sure there's a reason. Some time in history that the state lines were drawn like that. Okay, we have more green hills here and a small road to travel on. Let's go north and let's have a look here. Grid Gvarteg, cattle grid. Does that mean we're in Scotland or Wales? Or perhaps Ireland? Now Gvarteg sounds Celtic in some way. I'm not sure what Celtic dialect that is though. The fact that the word grid was the same, sort of, and the fact that they actually had an English translation makes me think it's not Wales. But rather Scotland maybe? Could still be Ireland. Let's see if we can find a road a little bit larger than this. Okay, at least we have some views. Well, I can see sheep on the hills. Ildish, give way. No, vacancies, alright. finnoncadno.co.uk. So we're not in Ireland then, because they would have a different... well, at least it would be easy to have your web address free, I suppose. I think this might actually be Wales. Can we find Finnon? I can't pronounce that. But something that starts with FF has to be. I mean, lots of things start with LL, but I don't know if I've seen anything start with FF before. Well, this is of course not necessarily a place. Might just be the name of their house here. Maybe I can find Ystumtwen. That has to be a place. The mumbles. Ystum Lanfylin. Liverpool. You can see this very strange dialect here. You can't really read it. Zoom in a little bit. Isbutu Ifan. That's close, but not quite. Everything starts with L or double L, but nothing starts with a Y here. Maybe it's smaller than this. Oh, actually, no. Istbutu, Istvit, Istumtwen. Okay, well, let's move along a little bit. Maybe we can find some better signs. Bed and breakfast. We know. We figured that out. Well, we're not going to be able to find that one, right? Libernog. Zoom back in. This we have a lot of Istbutu. Must mean something. Libernog. At least we're pretty sure it's Wales by now. Lanafar, Lanaven, Langethio, Lanbidir, Landesir, but no Livernog. Sputikinfin. Wasn't that where I put the marker? There's Istumtwen. And Chapel Istumtwen. Alright, I'll have to learn Welsh someday. Not today. What do we tell the people who wants us to learn Welsh? Not today. Here we are. Well, this is even harder to read, so I shouldn't be complaining. For me, at least. I'm sure there are people who are perfectly capable of reading what this says. But we're in Russia then, or Ukraine? Not sure. Seems to be a pretty large road. And here we have some road signs even. Well, that's far away. Tiomeh. Is that a city I recognize? What direction is that? 577. Straight forward. That must be to the northwest then. So, and Tapa is to the west. Also pretty far. I think I've seen Tapa sometime. But don't ask me where. Of course they are asking me where. That's the whole point of this game. Omsk. Katerinburg, Perm, Kazan, Kuratov. Okay, well, Tapa. Let's move around here and see what else we can see. Go around this roundabout. Okay, the police is on our tail. This road, zoom out please, is leading towards Tiomeb. Chomeb. And I don't know which one this is. Caribbean, Romania? No, they don't have Cyrillic. Bulgaria does though. I don't think so, and we didn't see any English. So I sort of think we're in this area here. There it is, Tiomeb. So this road to the northwest leads to Tiomeb, and we have to be somewhere around here then, maybe. Or similar. What's in the... Can we find any of the other ones? Kaput... Kaputen... I don't know how far 577 kilometers is on this map, but probably somewhere around here. Tio Cup. We're making progress. Pitaka. Maybe it's not this road even. Truman is the name. What's in the other direction? We would need to look on this side of the sign. Tapa, right. And that's to the north. So, can we find a Tapa? Okay, it was much further than I anticipated. We were all the way over here. So there's that Tyukalinsk and Krutinka. They were on the sign as well. Yeah, much further than I thought. So the ones to the other direction must have been... It wasn't Omsk. You'd think you'd have seen a sign leading to Omsk. There, Tara. Okay. Well, correct part of Russia, but not really. Okay, looks like we're driving on the left side because we're making smoke, and it seems to be more left than right. So Australia is a good guess. A little bit of mountains though. And good camera as well. Suppose it could be South Africa, but we'll see. Well, yes, we will see, but hopefully we'll find out before we see. Because if we don't get any points. Not a very straight road for this open landscape. Would be nice to meet another car. This should be able to tell us something. Oh. Freelanza Nestra Alcadre Distrial Capasso. Well, that's not Australia. That's probably South America. No, here was some guy on his motorbike. He's driving on the right, actually. Yes, the Google car is swerving across both sides. So then that means that we're probably in South America then. Well, that makes more sense with the mountains and the... This looks very barren though. We could be very far south. We could be like down here maybe. Or in some mountain region in Peru or Chile. Let's see what this says. No houses. Houses are forbidden. There's an X over the house. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. I see some houses, so they're breaking the rule. Alright, let's see. Se vende gasolina. I don't see any gas pumps. Presidente. So this must be the capital then. Probably not. Ah, here we have some sort of llamas. Now if they have statues of llamas, we pretty much have to be in the Andes, right? I can't get over there to this building. Can we zoom in? It's the Municipalidad de Capasso. Capasso. So we're probably in a city called Capasso. That's not a flag. They don't have a national flag either that I can see. But they do have an alpaca, or is that a llama? That's a llama, right? And that's a dog, correct? Apparently the llama is the symbol of this place. Now what did I say? I said Capasso. Let's see if we can find a Capasso in Chile, because this looks like Chile. Or Peru. We've had Peru as well. Well, Capasso wouldn't be very big, so finding it on the map is probably not something you'd expect. I'm gonna put us down in Peru. Somewhere around here maybe. And let's see if we can find something that tells us hello. What seems to be the problem? Oh, you have blue and white here, so maybe we're in Argentina. I mean, that's not impossible. I said we were probably down here somewhere. Let's put us down here then. Just based on that they have the Argentinian colors. Distrito Probando Partido Humanista Peruano. Well, okay. Let's go back to Peru. Let's look at everything before we make our guesses. This is the provincial regional for the Humanist Party of Peru. Well, we were in Peru. Actually, close to the border to Bolivia. If we zoom in here, we will find 36. I thought we would find the city we were in. But I don't. Well, at least it's not Argentina. Not a great score, and our final score is not that great either. Much of it is because of this and this, especially this. I could have done better there, I feel. Anyway, I hope you did better, or at least did well enough that you're happy with your run. And thank you very much for watching. And please come back and watch us again next time.